Welcome everyone. We're just going to have a nice relaxing night drive. If you guys want to chat, that's up to you. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep quiet. I don't think there's much to talk about, other than if you wanted to watch the video from the earlier live stream on Files of Horror, that's up to you. That's about 13th floor. So that's your choice. I appreciate it if you guys check out Files of Horror channel. If not, not a big deal. Like I said, we're just here to chit chat and just do the speed limit while everybody else speeds. And you see that truck in front of me? By the way, just to let you guys know, that truck in front of me had a stop sign. Did not stop and ran right through it. Luckily, I was paying attention and I stopped. I had the right of way, he did not. But he's got the pounds behind him. So he's got the pound away, I guess? I don't know. The right of way with weight. So, yeah. That's a fight I wasn't looking for to be right and still end up losing. So, yeah. Mind what you're doing and what others are doing. Because you never know. Even though you might be in the right, you don't want to be in that accident. This is an area that is going to drop down to 45, back up to 55, back up to 65, back down to 45. So we'll be doing a lot of up and downs. You guys probably won't even notice it, but that's what we're doing. Cruise controlling and adjusting the speed limits, or the cruise controlling and adjusting to the speed limits. There you go. Even got me some Bojangles. I started choking. I almost died. Teresa, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Betty Master, what's up? Back up to 55 again. Joseph, how you doing? And we're back up to 65 again. Thank you. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. Jess, yes, I am okay. I managed to cough it out. But it was spicy. Apparently some of the spicy bits that went down the wrong windpipe was managed to cough it out, and I was able to stop at a gas station and get some water, and so luckily I'm good to go. I appreciate your concern. I want to finish the sandwich because I didn't finish it, but I don't want it to finish me off. You know what I mean? Dania? Hey, welcome. Thank you. I love heart and cool. Appreciate it. Not much for talking. If you guys want to ask any questions or just kick back and listen to the wheels on the road, that's cool. Watch me drive into the darkness. Down to 45 again. That's the same truck. I guess that truck has no concern for speed limits when it comes down through slowing down into those little towns. If you guys like to check out the new merch store, there's your link right there. don't think we'll be able to finish that chicken after almost choking on a piece. I will happily chow down on a Milky Way. Hopefully I bought enough water for myself. Nisha, what's up? Hello. Thank you for commenting and hanging out. I'm from India. Oh, nice. Welcome. Where am I from? I'm from Central Florida. Right now I'm in the north side of Florida, heading back to the middle of Florida. Right now it's 10:22 p.m. for me. What time is it for you? You got to be seeing the sunrise. (8:35 a.m.) Kashmir, India. Nice. I've always wanted to visit there. It's morning in India at 54. You're welcome. No español. Hola. Welcome, was that Species Explorer? And then Moria, welcome. Hey, back. How's it going, brother? Poquito español. Only words. don't know how to read. I can make stuff out. Only because certain things are close. First, be safe and drive carefully. I appreciate it. Thank you. How's school going back? Remember, you said you were studying for a certain exam. How's that going for you, brother? Health is important and everything else. It's not your place and day at our place. So interesting. It is. It is. But back to traveling to India. I would love to travel there and visit. Hopefully one day, maybe if YouTube kicks off and works in my favor, there'll be enough money that I can go ahead and plan a trip to India. I would love to do that. I'd love to go traveling. Right now with the economy, it's hard to do. Even this trip right now, I went to 13th floor up in Jacksonville, and most times I'm not able to do it. So this time I was able to do it and got lucky to travel 4 hours, you know. I finished last class with 97. The new one sucks. Ouch. Well, good luck, brother. I hope you figure out your stride out there on the new one, and you keep up the good work. I'm proud to see that my brother in arms is doing quite well at 97 with his score. Toss speaking. What's up? I'm always welcome there. Thank you. I appreciate that. Looks like you'll get to meet Cerebral Paul at PAX East this year. Oh, that's cool. If he's grouchy, just feed him a Snickers. Usually, the one thing we noticed with a lot of people as we're traveling with Paul, they like to walk right in front of them. Come visit India someday. Yes. Like I said, I would love to. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate your comment. But I'm not showing him. You know, I would love to visit like the tourist spots, you know, the tourist traps and all this and that. But I also want to see the side that most people don't get to see. I want to see, you know, the cool things that makes India India, and not just the Taj Mahal, or you know what I mean. I want to see the way people live, the real people. There's a lot of cool things that most people overlook, and those are the places I want to go. There's a lot of places in Florida that you can go to, and most people are too busy. Once you become a local, there's nothing to do here. There's nothing to do here. And it's like, you know, people travel from all over the world to come here, not just to go to Disneyland or Disney World or Universal Studios or any of those places. They come here because there's a lot of other things going on. And yet we live here, we get hated, and it sucks. But I've been trying to go out and go to different places and see different things. Like botanical gardens, they're all over the place. You wouldn't think of it, but there's a lot of botanical gardens here. There's preserves, parks. There's caverns here. We have caves in Florida. Florida's not much to have here, but there's caves. You know, the joke is in Florida, you just dig 2 feet and you'll find water. And we have caves in Florida. So, but yeah, you got to go further north. But yeah, there's a lot of things out here, and that's kind of what I want to see. I don't want to see what everybody else is looking at. I don't want to just see, oh, this or that. The landmarks. I do want to see them. Don't get me wrong. I want to see the landmarks, but I want to see more than just the landmarks. There are certain little towns on this road that are speed traps. I don't travel this road very often, so I don't know where I can speed or not speed, and so I'm just doing speed limit, and these guys are flying past me like I'm sitting still. Appreciate all those emojis flying up there. Thank you. Bye, I have to do household work. Well, thank you, Nisha. I appreciate it. You have a good day. And hopefully your household work is for very little bit. And there's not much for you to do. And you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Good night. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm going to stay awake until I get home. I'm not falling asleep while I'm driving. That's for sure. But yes, thank you. I appreciate it. When I go home and make it there safely, I will have a good night. I appreciate it. I know you didn't mean it like that. Focus on her like a good boy. Thank you. Was that Ebony? Thank you. I do. In case you're wondering, I have speech or text to speech in my ear so I can listen. So sometimes I'm pausing because I'm trying to listen to what it said to me. Sometimes it's not right, sometimes it is. Thank you, buddy. Well, what? Never mind. Alright. I'll forget about it. This is one of those roads I'm glad I don't have a Tesla. It could drive itself and I would end up falling asleep. This is AI. What are you doing? I'm traveling. Hey, what's up? This is the first time I've been in your stream. Well, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Usually, when I get a chance to do a night drive, try to do a little one-on-one with you guys. Sometimes we just sit back, listen to the road, and I don't talk much unless you guys want to have a conversation. I have earplugs in so I can hear you guys. When you text, it comes up on the speech so I can hear it. And then I try to respond to it by remembering what was said to me. Derek, hello. Thanks for stopping in and commenting. How was my day? My day's been great. It's been a long day. Started out with nice coffee, sitting on the computer, trying to schedule out some videos that I've already pre-uploaded, and then mowed the lawn because October's over with, and today was the first day I got a chance to mow it, because we don't mow our lawn in September or October. That's part of our Halloween decor, is letting the grass go wild. And then just, did things around the house, did things with the family, fed them, fed myself, went to the 13th floor, did some recordings for this channel and Files of Horror, and appreciate that they let me record on a night like tonight. So I'd say it's been a pretty good day. How's your day been? I hope you've had a good day so far. good. A lot of work. Yep. That's all we do nowadays. Even our hobby is work. Having fun is work. What was in your coffee? I just pour a little bit of Italian sweet cream, and that's it. Is that rap? Be safe, buddy. All roads are dangerous. Doc Belfast. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, the Italian sweet cream, I don't have to add any sugar, and it's creamer, so it sweetens it up a little bit, takes out that bitterness. I appreciate you guys hanging out. So if you guys want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. Bye, have a great day. Keep going on YouTube. I believe in you. Bye again. Well, thank you. I really appreciate you. John, what's going on? How you doing today? Another cozy show on the road. Nice, bro. Yes. Just laid back. If you guys want to listen to the road noise, cool. Obviously, my voice will project over it. As long as you guys keep asking questions, we can keep a conversation. I got no issues either or. I just know I have a long drive and figured, why not? It's foggy now. It was the first fog I've seen in a while. I wonder how much of it more we'll see. Nice to chill, bro. Be very, very hypnotic. Nice. Wow, a lot more fog. I definitely was not expecting fog. Doc Belfast. Cold and rain. Keep safe. Will do. crash with this fog. Same here in Dublin, bro. Yeah. Certain areas in Florida get real foggy, and it is starting to be that time of year where the fog gets thick and there are a lot of car crashes. Some of those roads now have, beware of thick fog in the mornings. Somewhere around here, there's even a waterfall. Long trip to DREADPOOL? Yes. Long trip, John. I drove 4 hours to go to Jacksonville to do the record in the 13th floor. It's a haunted house inside of a plaza. I bought my tickets to go in and talk to management, and they actually let me record. So now I got to go over all that recording, and hopefully sometime in the coming weeks we'll have some videos dropping. So a 4-hour trip back. Sounds good, Pro. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you. Had a good time. Record? Yes, I was going inside the haunted attraction called the 13th floor. So I have video recording. I went in there with 3 cameras the first time, and then they gave me a volunteer. So I went in with 4 cameras the second time. So there's 7 sets of recordings I have to go through and edit and curate. That pickup truck and the trailer in front of me were at the gas station that I stopped off to get the water and candy bar. nice long night drives. Yeah. They're peaceful. Especially when they're out here in these little roads. Quite peaceful. I'll have a couple more roads and then I'll be on the highway again. I'll be on an interstate. Stevie Mac, what's going on? Trying to find Milfy a hot nurse again? Dude, I found a cheerleader, but she was busy, so I couldn't record her. Milfy would have loved that one. Only trouble is to try not to fall asleep. No, I'm good. You know me. I'm wide awake. I enjoy the calm, but I'm not falling asleep. I appreciate your guys' concern. Little roads, lol. They're like highways in Ireland. Yeah. You're right. Wish I knew the speed limit. GPS is telling me it's 55. Oh no, it's telling me it's 45. There we go. It's got to be 35. Bring a few road beers, bro. No. I can't condone that. And down here, if they have a hint of a whiff, you're getting pulled over. So it's not even worth it. Not even worth it. I just realized I need to go the other way. Just like this guy realized he doesn't know where he's going. It would definitely put you to sleep. See it definitely foggy up in the air. It's not far down here on the ground as much. Man, you jinxed me, didn't you? Made me yawn. Stevie Mac says, by yourself tonight? Yes. Death Dealer can't handle this type of a trip. She wasn't feeling good. So she stayed home. I went by myself. Just think of the cold one when you get home. Oh yeah. There's at least a few waiting for me when I get home. How long of a drive do I have left? Another hour or so. I'm not sure if I'll stream that long. But yeah, we got another couple hours. Hour and change, I think it is. Now that I kind of know the area that I'm at, I can go a little bit faster. And we won't be going up to 65, down to 45, up to 50, down to 45, back up to 65. We won't be playing that BS. Probably better off sleeping off at a motel. Get your steak in a bottle. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I just can't be home away from the family that long. Besides, I wouldn't want Death Dealer thinking any thoughts. You know, they get to thinking some thoughts. Thoughts are only thoughts, bro. Yeah, I know. I know. I'd rather sleep in my own bed than worry if the bed's bug infested. drive anyway. She'd know if you fancied stopping off for a steak and a beer and a bottle. Is that a thing in the States, bed bugs? Yeah, there's that. I know. I had friends that lived in an apartment, and even though people fumigated, they kept on getting bugs in the house. And one of the friends works at a company that has pesticides, so he went through and put it all over the house to block them from coming in. They were still coming in. It got to the point that somebody moved in, and all of a sudden everybody in that building got bed bugs. So they had to throw away all their furniture. When they got bed bugs, they moved, and they threw away everything they had because they didn't want to bring bed bugs to the new place. When they say good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite, there's meaning behind that. Dude, screw that. Yeah. I'd be stopping off somewhere for a steak and a bottle. It's 11 o'clock at night. A lot of places are closed for a steak, and not for a bottle though, just so you know. And if a place is open right now for a steak, you wouldn't want that steak. I was going to go right, but I see that there's a big rig over there too, so damned if I do, damned if I don't. Presidential suite somewhere would be a road trip treat. Yes, it would. You say no to Denny's? Not a fan of Denny steaks. I wouldn't say no to Denny's either, but I'll pass on their steaks. Carlo's never been to a Waffle House. I took Carlo to a Waffle House after we went to one of the conventions, and he was kind of freaking out because he wasn't sure what to expect there. So that was a fun one. John says, LOL, hey, back. Dreadpool is more of a steak and bottle guy. Yes, real steaks. New York strip steaks, ribeye, prime rib, Delmonico. I get grits at the Waffle House when I'm down in Charlotte. Nice. I tried grits once. It's not for me. I like the cream of wheat better than I like grits. And it was a friend of mine that got grits, and they said it was good grits. So I had to take her word for it. And I tried it. And I said, those are some good grits, but not for me. I know 6'7". Can't be sure of what that 356%. What? Ribeye and prime rib are my favorite. That's usually what I get at Texas Roadhouse. Filet steak with all the trimmings and a bottle of Jack. Nice. Yeah. There was one restaurant that I always get the filet. The filet mignon was exquisite there. Unfortunately, the restaurant closed. It used to be called Hops. They made their own beer too. And everything was brewed on site. But yeah, I grew up with New York strip. That was like my dad's favorite. When we owned the restaurant, we'd have steaks, and that was it. It was New York strips for everybody. You do the prime ribs every once in a while. You know, in this area here somewhere, there's a go-kart track that you can take the go-karts up to 55 miles an hour. You gotta wear a helmet and everything. I mean, you're cruising on these little go-karts, and it's an actual track, and it's not just an oval. You got turns. Not enough fat for me on the filet mignon. No, that's what's about the filet mignon though. Very little fat, if any, and tender as hell. The hops, it was like butter. It would just literally, the steak would just melt on your tongue. You could use your tongue to, you'd press on it with your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and it would just fall apart. It was so soft and so tasty. But I do prime ribs now. I've learned how to cook them. And I do the reverse searing and all that stuff. Oh, so good. John says that's why it's a prime out cut, followed with an amazing red wine. Bliss. Yeah. Man, John, you got me starving now. I'm already full. And now you got me wanting steaks. You know, it's funny. There was a farm that had a truck that went around. I bought $400 worth of steaks. And I got like 7 fillets out of that. Got some prime ribs. Yeah, and the thing that got me to go to that place, I got a video on it that I've yet to post. But the video, they had 20 prime ribs for $40. I was like, I gotta go look at these. They're thin. They were thin. They weren't. I mean, for $40, you know, at the price of meat going nowadays, it wasn't bad. I just would have rather had them 10 of them at double the thickness. You know what I mean? They were just too thin. But then I looked at the rest of the stuff they had, and I was like, all right, we'll do that. And then, so it wasn't just steaks, it was chicken too. About $400 worth of chicken and steaks. So we had plain chicken, and everything was vacuum sealed and frozen. So I was like, perfect. With the sous vide, you know, the ones that were pre-seasoned, the sous vide would be perfect. I just drop them in there, cook them up, and then grill them out on the outside to give them that little bit of char. Only the choices of cuts, DREADPOOL. Yes. Yes, we want. Well, that's why, you know, I do a lot of different meats. But yeah, we go to Sam's Club and get the 4 New York strips for like $40. Now they're like $50-$60. No, it's like $20, right? It's like $20-$25, maybe $30. So less than $10 per steak. And then you figure the side. Your plate was like $10. You know, when you add the sides, the mashed potatoes, the veggies like broccoli or something like that, whatever, and the plate would only cost you like $10. Where you go to these restaurants, they're like $20-$25, and I'm like, I can make a better steak. And I have. I've gone to the Cheesecake Factory and been disappointed with the steaks that they've served us. I got scolded because I shouldn't have judged their steaks, because their steaks are good. Finally losing the buzz from the spotted cod beer and Long Island I had with dinner. Nice. Having a red Corona now. Nice. At least you're at home, kicking back. Fog's rolling in again. Can't see it very well on the camera. Spotted Cow is a beer you can only get in Wisconsin. Might have to get some shipped to me. Wink, wink, wink. I'm sipping a beautiful Rioja with an assortment of cheeses. Nice. That sounds good. I'd have to send you a variety pack from the craft brewery that makes it in Glarus, Wisconsin. Cheers, guys. Real cozy show. I appreciate it. Thank you. Clink. There's your cheers. Meantime, I'm chugging on a crystal clear water out of a bottle. That's plastic with one of those sports drinks spouts. So weird. Looking at the time, somehow an extra 5 minutes was added onto my trip, and I'm doing 8 over. Huh. So weird. I was going to do a cooking channel at one point in time. We're going to cook all sorts of meats, all sorts of ways. bring some road beers next time with a sorbent platter. Nice. Yeah, that would be nice. I'd have to stick around where I'm at till I, got it out of my system to drive back. But that would be why he said, like, get a place to sleep. And little do you know, I've got another channel for that. I'm not ready for that channel yet. But as I was saying earlier, I was looking at making a food channel. And I've always joked about it. My wife hates it. And, the guy friends think it's funny. The lady friends just hate it. They think it's stupid. And so the channels are going to be called Taste My Meat, where I cook something a certain way, blah blah blah, sous vide on the grill, whatever, and then I turn around and tell everybody to taste my meat. And yeah, thought it'd be kind of funny. The women don't like it. Favorite condiment? Barbecue sauce. I usually don't do condiments with anything. It's very rare, but if I do, it's usually like chicken nuggets. I'll dip them in barbecue sauce. But yeah, when it comes to a condiment like that, I'd say barbecue sauce would be the easiest one. Usually, depending where you go, like a sweet heat sauce, something that's got a real sweetness to it and some heat. I like your original General Brown barbecue sauce. I'm not a mustard based barbecue sauce guy. I don't like those golden South Carolina barbecue sauces. I miss going to Rosen, Shingles Creek on Orlando, but could only afford one trip a year. They moved the event to Universal as well. Yeah, that's why I haven't gone. I don't, if I had Universal tickets, it'd be different. I don't know if I could, how far in I would be able to get, but at least at the Rosen, I was able to walk inside and walk around, the common areas. No, but I do have another channel that I'm working on. I don't have the funds for that. I was hoping that this channel and Files of Horror would pick up, and hopefully Files of Horror would get monetized sometime. But I just broke 100 subs, so I got to get beyond that. I got to get that 1,000 in those watch hours. But if I can get those two channels going, that could subsidize the money that I need for the other channel that I'm working on, I want to do, and they would all work hand in hand together. John asks, favorite condiment back. So Back from the Dead, what's your favorite condiment? John, you never answered. What was your favorite condiment? Hot sauce, the hotter the better. Nice. It's funny, as I'm looking on the highway, on my left-hand side, it's all foggy. Where I'm driving, there's no fog. Probably a hot sauce also. That's cool. Again, it all depends on what I'm eating with, because I know guys will douse their steaks with an A1 sauce or some sort of steak sauce, and I'm like, to me, I don't dip my steak in sauces. The steak tastes good as is. It was seasoned properly, it was cooked properly. It doesn't need it. It's just perfect the way it is. I've got friends that no matter what, dip their steak in ketchup, and I don't get it. Why ruin a perfectly good steak just to add ketchup? To me, that's an insult to the chef. To me, oh wait, these are the same friends that burn their chicken so bad that they cook it in 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes in a George Foreman, that it's dry, unseasoned. I don't get it. And then they get upset with me when the burgers that I make are super moist and juicy. The steaks are perfect and soft and tender, and has that sear on the outside and pink in the middle. Perfect. And yet they want to put ketchup on it. Like those prime ribs. I'll cook them up and do a reverse cook on them. So good. So good. Total pink in the middle. Everywhere. Up until the last, I'd say quarter inch, maybe to a half inch, or more, closer to a quarter inch around the side is brown. For everything else on the inside, brownish gray, and then on the inside is pink all the way through, and it's cooked all the way through. It's perfect. Dang, $100 steak and then smother it in ketchup? Are you kidding me? People are like that, man. I don't get it. It's like they have no palate. One of my best friends, his dad would eat shoe leather. His steak had to be ultra well done. It could not be pink anywhere. It could not have any juices anywhere. And mind you, this guy, started, at his age, got like 80 or something like that. Yeah, that sees what and all that. But to be chomping down on shoe leather like that, we finally got him to try a steak that was medium. I think medium well, somewhere around there. And his dad was like freaking out, like how good it was and how soft it was. It's like, yeah, it's not shoe leather. I used to use A1. At least I always got it medium rare. Yeah. John says couldn't believe it. Yeah, yeah. There are people like that, man. Some will never learn. Like my sister-in-law is scared of pink, and I'm like, it's not a big deal. Like when I sous vide, okay, when I sous vide pork, they will be pink in the middle, but they will be cooked, and the pink is not raw; it's actually cooked pink. Because a lot of people overcook pork. So when you make pork chops or boneless pork chops, you can have pink in the middle. But the problem is, you always want to thoroughly cook it. Well, I do. And with sous vide, I can keep it a nice rosy pink, and it's cooked. And we don't. And if there was any worms or any of that stuff in there, they're dead. I know that sounds gross, but it's thoroughly cooked. That's why you cook pork all the way, to make sure that if there's anything in there, it's dead. But she is afraid to touch it. We had to fight with her on the steak because it was pink. She was like, it's still bleeding, and I'm like, it's not bleeding. It's cooked. It's not blood. But again, that's the way she was raised. Well, I am careful with John. I am careful with the pork. That's why I only cook it like that when I sous vide it, because I can actually control how long it's in there, depending on the thickness. I can cook it longer at that temperature, and it'll be cooked. I've verified it. It's good to go. If I were to just grill it or throw it in the oven or fry it, it can't be that pink. I don't trust it at that point in time, but sous vide is the only way I cook it to be that pink. And it's still, 140 or something like that degrees on the inside, so it's cooked. It just still has the redness, that pinkness to it. Like I said, with sous vide, I can be accurate. Personally, I can only eat pork when it's cooked white. Take my steak medium. Yeah, I tell people, medium well is fine if they overdo it. I'm good with that, but I prefer, medium-ish. But sous vide, it's just before it goes white. It's that rosy pink, and it's still cooked because of the cooking process in sous vide. That's only slow boiling it for me. No, I get it. I understand. Well, we all grew up that way, though. We all grew up, pork had to be white as white, cooked all the way. You had to, it was so dry, you know what I mean? But yeah, when you sous vide it like that, you can cook when you reach the temperature for the inside to be the proper temperature, you can still cook it for longer. It's just the temperature stays there. And I forgot, I'd have to look up on the app, but there is a temperature that tells you when it's cooked and it's good to eat. So now when you do that, it has that pinkish color. But again, it's perfectly safe to eat at that time. And it's moist, which is awesome. So, but like I said, that's the only way I cook it that way. If I cook it any other way, I cook it further along to where it's dry. I try not to make it too dry. But yeah, that's like I said, it's just, when you grew up, you got to cook pork because you don't want to get sick from it. Just like cooking chicken. Chicken has to be cooked all the way. Now imagine educating somebody on that technique and cutting it open and showing you the inside of the pork loin and or the pork chop, and then turning around, putting a fork in it and putting it in front of the person's face that you're explaining and telling them, taste my meat. Childish, I know, but I think it's funny. Cooking skirt steaks, making my own seasoning. Blend. It's a seasoning blend. I've never been served pork pink in any restaurant, though pork can't be pink, bro. I'll find it for you, John. I've got different temps that you can sous vide pork, and you'll see a different pinkage. Never dry, but it has to be cooked. It's like right there. It's just before that. But like I said, with sous vide, I can control the temperature, that the internal temperature is cooked. Cheers, guys. Really good cozy show. Yes. It's almost 12 here. What is it, like almost 5 a.m. for you, brother? 4 a.m., 5 a.m.? How early is it for you? love the food talk too. I love talking about this stuff. And like I said, I understand your guys' point. You know, I was on the same aspect of it. But you gotta remember, the thicker the pork, the juicier it ends up being. It's not pink, it's rosy pink. But you'll see what I mean. I'll find some pictures and I'll post it up on Twitter. I'll have to remember to do that when I get home. Like I said, I would only do it with sous vide. If I did it any other way, I wouldn't trust it to be pink. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back. It's 4 a.m. there? Okay. Yeah, I did want to do a food channel. I just don't do enough. I'm not home enough to do a food channel. What's my favorite food and why? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it all depends. Because I know when I was younger, I would have said pizza right off the bat. Because the way I look at it, favorite food would be something that I could eat day in, day out, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, whatever, you know what I mean? At any point in time. And I have different foods at different places that I go to. Like, if I go to a Greek restaurant, 99% of the time it's going to include gyro. And if I go to an Italian place, it might be like a chicken Alfredo. You know what I mean? If I were to go to pizza, like I was younger, you know, saying pizza, I'd be doing like, pizza's easy because you have cheese pizza, you can have pepperoni pizza, you can have meat lovers. There was a place like an hour away from me that was a pizza place, and the owner was like heavy duty into cycling, you know, Tour de France and all that, and he did a whole thing for a year of eating pizza for a year. So he had breakfast pizza, he had lunch pizza, he had dinner pizza, pizza for a midnight snack. He did that for a whole year. He had a pizza salad at one point in time. So basically cooked up the bread and then put the salad on top and ate it like that. Hard to say what what singular food, because I mean, if you know what I mean, I could eat chicken, I could eat steak. It's hard to like pinpoint one thing. When I was younger, pizza. Now, I don't know. Now, if it was like a style of food, I would say Greek food, because then I'm good to go. Where am I driving to? I'm driving back to the house. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no? No. You should know that, back. No. Never put pineapple on pizza. No fruit toppings on pizza. Yeah, exactly. Some of my family love it. Well, why not? It's great with sausage and jalapeno. I like pineapple. I do not like eating pineapple. I like pineapple juice. But I like pineapple juice in my mixed drinks. And one of my specialty drinks was called Alien Secretion, and that had pineapple in it. Well, the problem is Death Dealer is allergic to pineapple, so I have to stay away from pineapple. Otherwise, I have to stay away from Death Dealer. Chicken and mushrooms on my pizza? Nice. Yeah, one day, one of the parties we had, my mom made leftovers, and on the leftovers, she made chicken Alfredo pizza. Nobody's ever heard of that before. That was back in the 90s. And now it's out there. So saying that she did it first, well, maybe. Death Dealer says, I'm sorry, babe. Yes, I know you're sorry. Yes, I know you're sorry. I gotta head up at gas station here. Oh no, I still got a little bit of time before I go. So yes, everyone, Death Dealer knows that she missed out on tonight's haunting. I know she would have loved it. She would have had a great time. Gary, turn the lights on. Yeah. I'm sure it would have. DREADPOOL is looking forward to steak in a bottle. You have it waiting for him, Death Dealer? The drive home has been real cozy too. Yes, it has been very cozy. Could have been cozy too with Death Dealer here. She could have been snoring away. Listen to me talk. Uh-oh. something happened. Did you get a flat tire? Can't see. I think he might have got a flat or something. It was weird because he just turned on his hazards out of nowhere. For sure, and a little good talk. Drive flies by. Yes, it does. It's a bad place to stop. Yeah, at least he was in the. He turned off into the turn lane, but there was like a little median there that so if someone had to turn around, they could have gone around him back there. But yeah, bad place to stop because you had to stick out. It's gonna be bad. Yeah, it's a little foggy here too now. You know, again, here I expected the fog. It's funny, it's a lot foggier than the camera shows. But I guess if you look at the lights, it kind of stands out. But yeah, if you don't look at the lights, like it's not foggy here. But it looks foggy ahead of me. There we go, here's some fog. I guess you guys can see it. But yeah, it's definitely a lot foggier here than it shows. I am an expert on fog now. Yes, I am. I've leveled up driving through fog. I should drive through some more fog to level up some more. Did you all enjoy the Halloween? Yes. Yes, Halloween was good. Had a good time. Scared a lot of people. And if anybody says that otherwise, that's fake news. Definitely enjoyed the Halloween season. It's definitely foggy now. nice. Had a good time, good fun too. Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed your Halloween. How is it over there? Is it building up like it does here, or is it still kind of spotty for you guys, where it's not as, from my understanding, it's not as big of a holiday? But I know like certain people, you know, go overboard like we do here. Christmas was my favorite growing up, but it's Halloween now. Shitty, it's only for one night, and Christmas is, hey, for you it might be one night. For us, it's 2 months. Yeah, see? Even Death said the same thing. Halloween is 2 months for us. And technically for us, it's all year long. But the 2 months are like the big peak season for us. I mean, look at tonight. Tonight's the 8th, but now it's, depending where you're at, it's the 9th. But the night of the 8th on Eastern Standard Time, there was 2 haunts going on. I tried to make it to the second one. Ooh, dear. I tried to make it a second one, and by the time I got out of the first, had I got out of the first one after the first walkthrough, I would have made it to the second one. But because I had to wait around and they gave me another person to record, and I went in again for a second time, I ended up walking in backwards the second time. So I missed out on the second haunt. But you look at it, usually it starts in September. Depending on where you're at, August could be a media night for some of us. So it could be 2.5 months if you count it right. You know, a week before September, and then the week after October. 2.5 months. Thanks for subscribing, Mish. I think that's how you say that. I appreciate you subscribing. But yeah, like I said, it's technically over 2 months. And for us, now we're planning next year's haunt. So it's basically gathering all the stuff. They're still cleaning up from the last one. And I've got skeletons all over in the back room. We have fog machines inside the living room. We have, you know what I mean? So it's hurry up, tear it down, and get everything back in the house. Two and a half months of what? Halloween is one night. We sponsor a haunted house. So we create a haunted trail, and it's basically Death Dealer and our adopted mom, which is Mother of Mayhem. They go out and create the trail and decorate it and set it all up and tell me what room is mine and what room is where they're at. Yeah, so they do all that. I still hear your shadows in my room. That's funny, dude. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. I gotta take care of something real fast. So I gotta light you out. Sorry about that. Yeah, so for us, going to haunts, creating the haunts, there's a lot that goes on. Plus, being friends with these haunts, we talk to them throughout the year. We run into them. We have Christmas coming up, so we have Christmas haunts. So we have, let's see, Sir Henry's is doing a Christmas haunt. Pemberton is supposed to do one. I haven't heard anything yet, but they said to keep an eye out. Omnis Ascent has already advertised that they're doing a Christmas haunt. Another one that we just spoke with says that they may or may not be doing one, but to keep an eye out. They're leaning to doing one, so we'll probably see about that. 13th floor told me about, which I already knew, but they're doing a Krampus haunt. So I'll be returning in a couple months, maybe, hopefully, maybe. So we're looking at 4 to 5, maybe even 6 haunts doing Christmas. Yes, Pemberton did. Oh, yeah, they did announce their Christmas haunt. They just didn't announce their media night yet. So, not only are we doing 2.5 months of Christmas of Halloween, one day and stretching it out, all that, we also have a haunted Christmas popping up. And Sir Henry's does a haunted summer, which is barbecue and ghost town and barbecue. And they also have their haunted Valentine's, which is called Love's Revenge. So there's plenty of haunting going on. There is a place in Orlando that does 300. They say 365 days. They're not. But they say they are open 365 days because the haunt is there 365 days. But when it's out of spooky season, they're only open from like Wednesday to Saturday. So only half the week they're open. Hold on a second. I gotta take care of something again. 1 second, guys. I got something here I gotta take care of. Hold on. Sorry about that. It's not easy when you're using your same phone. Saw y'all a couple of spooksters, huh? Yeah. I scare the shit out of people left and right. Oh, what was the other stuff? There's some more. Sounds amazing, guys. I gotta catch that show or something. You're all loyal to the gore. Yes. Yes, we are. Sometimes. Nice. I do all right crafting nightmares. Yes. Yes. Death will decay and do like all that stuff to her face. And then she'll, like this year, she had her side that was exposed to the customers coming through. All nice and pretty. doing her makeup, and then she would turn her head and look at them, and the rest of her face was all grotesque. I'm from PA. Hey, welcome. Hey, you too? Oh, awesome. We have two guys here from PA. Sounds like you guys have a lot of fun. Yeah, we do. We do have a good time. You know, it's funny is Pennsylvania has some good haunts too, and I want to get to. Where are we at? We are in Central Florida. Oh, he's from Pakistan. What's going on? Thank you for watching from all the way from Pakistan. I don't know what's gross. Are you talking about the face thing? Yeah. That's usually the reaction she gets. Because they're like, oh, look at her putting on the makeup. And then all the ooze and the grossness, she faces you with that. Driving truck, driving at night is peaceful. It is very peaceful. Nah, Florida is gross. Hey, that's alright. Florida's not for everybody. Yes, you do. Death gets hit on all the time. No matter how gross she looks. Let's not get into religion or politics. Backgrounds or any of that stuff. Let's stay on topic, please. Thank you. We're just enjoying a nice, peaceful night drive and just chatting away. Has anyone ever experienced sleep paralysis? No, have not. Maybe. I don't know. Not to the point of. Yeah, no, I don't think I have. Which place is it? I don't understand what you're asking. Alright, I still have another 45 minutes to drive, but I gotta stop off at a gas station. So there's a gas station coming up I gotta use. I really appreciate you guys for coming out and hanging out and chatting with us. Thank you. You guys make the chat, you guys make the show, You guys make it nice and cozy while we drive, and I thank you for that. If you guys want to like, subscribe, share this out, I appreciate it. And just keep watch for the next live as these night drives pop up whenever they pop up. There is no planned drive, it's just whenever. So you all have a good one. Thank you again, guys. And have a good night, good morning, good day, good evening, whichever good it needs to be. Usually for me, it's always morning, so have a good morning. All right, take care.